Does any of you know who Jackie Lee is, the boy who cried action? How about the Sam Willows? If not, how about President's Young Talents? Today, I appeal to all of you to start supporting local talent. Shortly, I'll be highlighting the need for the support of these talented individuals and groups in Singapore. Also, I will talk about some of our very own talents in the sphere of art, film, and music. So firstly, why the need to support local talent? Globalization, as well as the modernization of our nation, has inevitably contributed to the erosion and dilution of local culture in Singapore. Now, at this point, it is important to note that culture does not only involve racial traditions and religious beliefs, but it also encompasses the arts, lifestyles, and way of living. In my humble opinion, the lack of awareness and support for local talent could be attributed to the widespread exposure to foreign films, arts, and music. Now, I'm not against the idea of us listening to foreign songs and all that, but I'm just saying that at this point in where we are modernizing, it's important to really build up our own local culture in the sphere of art, film, and music. More often than not, we find ourselves watching foreign films rather than local ones. Bulk of our music playlist consists of songs by famous American bands and artists. And as shown in the survey that I have posted to you guys, most of you do not know about local filmmakers nor about local songwriters and bands. So without ample support for local culture in terms of film, arts, and music, what is going to become of our local culture as we continue to modernize? Of course, to support local talent, we must first know more about them, so let me share about them with you. So, Jackie Lee, more commonly known as the boy who cried action, is one of our very own filmmakers in Singapore. So on the slide, Sunshine is his latest short film production, and it revolves around the story of an illegal teenage taxi driver who is actually a boy who used his dad's taxi to practice driving, and then he picked up a passenger, a runaway teenage girl, and the story goes on about how their friendship was formed. So Sunshine was awarded Best Sound at the 5th Singapore Short Film Festival. So you guys can go back and watch more of his films on www.boywhocriedaction.com. So secondly, let's take a look at the music scene in Singapore. The Sam Willows, Gentle Bones, 53A, and Inch Chop. These are but a few of the many up-and-coming homegrown artists. The Sam Willows, in particular, is a band that does music covers and also produces their own music. In the following video, I will show you their latest cover of the famous song All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. So take a listen. In the later part of the video, I had included a song written and produced by another local singer, Joel Tan, who is more commonly known as Gentle Bones. It was a bit soft, but trust me, it's one of my favorite songs written by him. So, unbelievable as it may sound, the 20-year-old songwriter and musician has produced 3 singles and released numerous music covers on YouTube in the last 2 years. So now that we're done about music, let's take a look at the art scene. It is comforting to know that the art scene in Singapore is opening up. Singapore Art Museum does not only house artwork from artists in Southeast Asia, but also showcases installations by local artists. In 2013, there was a showcase of local talents in the President's Young Talents exhibition held in SEM. And one of the works was Unveil the Curtain to the Window with No Latch. So this is by Raif Zaini, and his installation sought to challenge people's perception towards knowledge through the use of light as a metaphorical portrayal of knowledge. So all that I've introduced today about film, art, and music is only a tiny portion of the local talents that we have in Singapore. But how do we then support them? So we must be proactive in finding out more about local talents. For local music, we could subscribe to the YouTube channels of the local singers, or we can also go to the gigs and performances that they have. So when it comes to artwork, let's visit museums. There are so many to choose from. And as for films, we could attend film festivals, or alternatively, a convenient way could be just to watch them on YouTube. But more importantly, after we know so much about them, about their local talent, we must spread our knowledge to the people around us. Simple as it may sound, word of mouth is probably the best way to gather support and to gather interest and support for local talent, especially in our generation. Or we could also just share it on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, or even Instagram. So before I conclude, I'd just like to introduce you to the U Factory. This is, residing at Gilman Barracks. The U Factory is a contemporary art destination that we should visit. It holds workshops, concerts, and even fairs that we can visit at our free time with our friends and families. So yeah, you can take some time to visit it. So in conclusion, I hope that you are now more interested in local artwork, music, and films. And more importantly, with your knowledge about them, spread support and interest to people around you. It's time we build up our local culture. Thank you.